Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of
the Couples Chronicles
with the lovely.
I am April Shamel
and your boy Big Lou. We got another Pop the Balloon challenge episode for you guys, and this one really gave me cause for concern. This gentleman here you see behind me in the white suit is a very well established, very well spoken, very well put together brother, and I just don't see how this could have went the way that it did. Obviously, we watched this one first, just at our leisure, and was like, wow, we have
to react on this one because you guys will see. Because I want you guys to make sure you comment and put your comments in there and let me know what you guys think, because this episode right here, it tore my nerves up. I mean, you'll see. You guys gonna see.
Yeah, can't even say.
You
just gotta get into it.
We just gotta get into it. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Just a chance for looking for love. You know, it's hard to find out here. Being regular schedule, I'm already established and stuff, so. I mean, I'm just looking for somebody to share life experiences with.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I love that. Now, do you have any deal breakers?
Yeah, women with young kids.
Okay, why is that? Can you elaborate?
I have adult children, so I don't I'm at a point in my life where I don't have time to be raising kids. So.
Okay. I mean, you have some pops here. Let's go ahead and figure out why you popped right now, all right? That's okay. All right, can you please introduce yourself, your name and age, and why you popped the balloon?
I'm Jordana. I'm 33. I have younger children. My son's about to turn 4.
Okay, so that's cool.
Now, apart from that,
you are very handsome. You seem very well put together, and I love that you are stable in life. It's just my kids are my world, so that's a big deal to me.
I'm sorry. Okay. Ooh, all right. Now, I am going to say some things that may ruffle some feathers right now. It's completely crazy to me. Completely crazy to me that the double standard of this is beyond crazy. When a woman has kids and a man starts to attempt to court her, right? He wants to get to know her better, maybe take her out to dinner, take her out to movies, go for a long walk, have a conversation, go have coffee, whatever the case may be, right? And a woman has kids. One of the first things she tells him is, if you want to deal with me, I'm a mother. I have X amount of kids. My kids are my world. It's a package deal. You want to be with me, you got to take my kids too. Right?
Yes.
Now, in that situation, 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, if the guy says, oh, no, I can't do that. Right? Oh, he's not a real man. A real man would step up to the plate and be a stepdaddy and this and that. But the moment a man shares his preference or what he deems as not a good, conducive situation for him, it's okay. It's okay as long as it's one-sided.
Yeah.
You got to accept me with mine and everything else, but I don't have to accept you, right? Is that like crazy, or am I?
It's a lot of times it is a double standard, because yes, women were like, okay, hey, if I have kids already, like you just said, but then they popped their balloons because he had kids, right? He already had kids. He has older kids, and But the thing about that too, what gets me is, how do you know without having conversations with? Because there still might be something, even though he might not want to have kids or whatever. But if he got into a relationship and got married, and his wife say, babe, I want to have a baby, and it might happen that it might happen that way. But some women just have that double standard where, okay, I can't date a man with kids or all these other things, all these other things. But we have to have conversations. Having simple conversations, well, it just makes it better, because you just never know. Because right now he's on this show, he said he doesn't want to have any more kids, but you never know down the line if he meets his wife. He might want to have another kid.
What people don't understand is you will do things that you thought you would never do for someone when you love them.
Yes.
So meeting someone, you want to set a boundary and say, look, this is what I want and I don't want. If they acquiesce to your demands and later on you guys build something and they change their mind, I agreed to this when we initially met, but it's been a few years and I really still do have that desire to have a child. Is that something that you think we can do in the foreseeable future or whatever? It's a conversation that takes place. And when people love each other, they're willing to compromise for the other person.
Yes.
But it seems like the conversations ain't taking place. It seems like the courting process ain't taking place. And
courting's not courting anymore. They're not actually
it's
courting.
Netflix and chill now, right? Yeah, I forgot. And
it's not courting anymore.
But not only that, it's the real conversations, right? Like arranged marriages was a thing for centuries. Right? And people got all, well, I don't want somebody picking my husband for me, right? Or I don't want a pre-arranged marriage. But those marriages that were pre-arranged were vetted by the person who loved you more than anybody else, your parents, right? So they went and scouted out and sought out people who they thought would make you happy, would be able to provide for you, would be able to give you a stable and happy life. And based on those requirements, they picked somebody well suited for you. And a lot of those marriages, didn't start with love, but because of the way they treated each other, they eventually fell in love and built something stronger than the superficial bonds that you see being put together now, just because she has thick thighs or he has a tall frame and very defined, or whatever the case may be. These superficial things do not cause a lasting relationship.
And I say too, I'm about to get some backlash for saying this. I come from a two-family house. So my parents are still married to this day. They've been married over 30 years. So I have seen the dynamic of a husband and wife, and how my father treats my mother and how my mother treats my father to this day. So I would say, look, fathers, I would rather my father, if I was younger, bet saying, okay, this is the man that you need to be with. This is the man that you need. He's God-fearing. He's all these qualities. Because most women who come from a two-family household, and maybe I'm just saying it from my standpoint or whatever.
You're right. Most women that come from a two-parent household, we don't need to add an addendum.
So
people get soft and all upset about it. So
I look
it's
for
free speech for a reason.
I look for a man that has qualities like my father. I look for those particular qualities.
The things that people fail to realize is, for a female, your father is the only male in your life who is going to love you without wanting anything from you. And for a young man, your mother is the only female in your life who is going to love you without wanting anything from you. right? So you learn these unconditional love traits from how your parents interact with each other, how they treat each other, and how they love you unconditionally, despite how many times you upset them. You break something in the house, you get in trouble in school, you did something, right? They reprimand you, they discuss it, your punishment is doled out, but the love never stops.
Yes.
Right? It's unconditional. So when you're seeing this and experiencing this and going through this, it gives you a different lens to look at relationships and marriage through. So yes, some people who come from single parent households are at a disadvantage in that regard. Does that make them handicapped? No. People can grow, people can adapt, people can work on themselves, build themselves up, fix certain flaws that they don't like about themselves. But the discussions still need to be had. This is what I'm looking for out of my partner. This, and this. Can you meet these requirements? What is it you're looking for out of your partner? This, and this. Well, I can meet these requirements. That one I haven't reached yet, but maybe we can strive towards that one together. These are the discussions that have to be had before you start bringing children into the world, before you start trying to buy property together, or you know, all of these things that people want to do. Everybody wants to get to the finish line without running the race. Right? It's
not a microwave. It's not a microwave. It's not like I just push this button, it's a minute over and it's already happened. It doesn't work that way. Because I think we always hit on this part about, with us, we always hit up on a part about communication. When something arrives and we talk about it right, then. Let's nip it in the bud right then. I don't let it linger, because once I let it linger, I'm getting into my head. Then, so I need to bring it to your form. I need to bring it to you once, if something did happen, you know, we bring it to each other right then to have that communication, because then we know, okay, this is what happened or whatever. So we just have a simple conversation. So a lot of things too, it takes this communication, and listening, and not be quick to speak. First, listen to what your significant other is saying before you speak. Listen before you even speak back to it. Just listen to what it is. Don't be quick to jump back in or be combative or and just be like, oh, why you know? No, let's communicate.
I was always told God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you talk. So
now, Jordana also, she's attractive. She's attractive. All right, you introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, my name is Ray. I'm 30 years young. I popped my balloon because I don't have kids and I really want to be a mom. I want kids, and you don't have that space in your time to do that. So I don't think it's a good fit. But I think you're really handsome, and I think you have some you have a really good lady over there. So but he said he didn't want kids, and that's a deal breaker for me because I do want kids.
He didn't even say nothing. She was talking. So why did the other lady pop a balloon?
Because when he said something about having kids, so then I was like, wait, you want kids? You don't want kids? And I don't know if he was just kind of going around in circles or something.
I think she's a lady. All right, let's move on.
Hi, my name is Maya and I'm 31. So you are very handsome. I like your whole entire look. I only pop my balloon because you say you don't have time to raise more. I don't have kids and I want one, so that was the only thing.
I'm basically retired now.
I respect it. I mean, still call me if you want to travel. I can't. I want kids.
So
I really want to travel, but I want kids down the line. So I guess the travel know when I'm ready to step down the line. So just like no.
Only down for travel buddies.
Okay. I mean, you accept being a travel buddy.
I'm always looking for travel buddy.
I get wild, so
move on to the next. They doing too much.
She playing games. I can see that already.
I popped my balloon. I'm 35. You was perfect with the age and everything. Your profession sounds good.
She said she's 35.
I have a child that's also grown, but I do want another one. I only have one, so respectfully. Yeah.
Now, is she your type of girl?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People, this is not a fantasy world. This is a real place. This is a real plane where real people, real things happen. At 35 years old, that is considered a geriatric pregnancy. Once you hit 30, 80% of your eggs are gone as a female. The chance of you having a viable pregnancy and carrying a healthy baby to term significantly lessen. Not only that, the chances of that baby coming out with deformities or issues increase. The chances of you even passing away in labor or developing preeclampsia or hypertension or all kinds of other stuff. These are real things. That's why you hear the term, her biological clock is ticking.
Yeah.
Because a woman's ability to procreate with a man is a very small window. So if you're 35, you're not married, you have kids, and your kids are older, and you want to start something new, even if you meet somebody that you fall in love with now at 35, you're going to have a kid next week?
Yeah.
It takes time for you and him to learn each other, grow together, you know, agree to certain things, commit to that type of bond. And then you still got to bring that baby to term. This is not feasible. This is not logical thinking. This is delusional thinking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your eardrums with blowing the whistle. But it's some of this stuff just makes no sense to me. And these are adults. These are adults. Like, what are we doing here, people?
Ladies up there.
It's unfortunate.
Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful.
Hi, I'm Kiki.
Tell the
I'm
truth.
30. For me, I think it was just the age a little bit more so than anything. I think I want someone a little bit closer to my age because I don't have kids and stuff. 30. Yeah, so I just want something a little closer. I pretty much since you had kids, you looked like a well put together man, so you probably are a great father and all. But I just wanna start new, and he's over it. He said he's no more kids, so okay.
I did a lot of my tours in Iraq. I got like 5 degrees.
Thank you for your service.
And I love that you kept the white clean. That's very impressive.
All right.
Hi. Yes, my name is Tia. I'm 32. I only pop. I like everything. You would be my type, but you don't want any more kids. So.
One of the biggest reasons he's single.
See?
He said that's one of the biggest reasons he's single.
Okay, so we have maybe that pops later on. I mean, I would like to know, right? Because you waited till the end to pop your balloon. Why did you pop your balloon and why did you wait till the end?
I was just trying to hear him out. I like his spit. I like that he has a great career, but I'm an entrepreneur myself, so we probably won't connect like that.
She didn't even say it right.
We have time for each other, you know.
Entrepreneur, not
It was more with his delivery when he was saying how he's a doctor, because I have doctors in my family, and the energy didn't give me really doctoring. So.
Okay. Woo, Lord Jesus.
Baby girl, whistle. Shout out to Cal Pizzle.
Okay. What is doctoring? This man came out and said he's a doctor. He owns multiple businesses.
He's retired. He just wants to travel the world and enjoy life. But this, for some reason.
And then you said, hold on. Then she said that she's an entrepreneur too.
Well, she said an aunt-up.
Yeah. And so you won't have time. We won't have time for each other. So you make time for what you want to make time for. So that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse.
I have doctors in my family. So all doctors are the same.
The same.
They all walk, talk, dress the same, have the same mannerisms. Where does this logic come from?
I'm not sure. And all these ladies are in their 30s. And
some in their 40s.
And the way they're speaking, I'm like, what?
She carries herself like a 15-year-old. I'm Joella DeVille. Like,
I'm going to flash dance class.
Let's get excited. Okay, I'm sorry.
Triggered me internally, you know, because I'm very spiritual. You know,
we wouldn't have time, but you wouldn't know to find. You wouldn't know to find out if we have time. Like
you're very
spiritual. Own a restaurant and a hotel.
And you're a doctor.
And I'm a doctor.
And you're always away from me and can't give me time.
She's already complaining like he's not spending time with her. You're always away from me and you don't never make time. You just met the man.
You just met him, yeah.
What else is there? What you brought it to?
The other one.
I mean, would you like?
But he's fine though. Like I like everything about him. And then he was saying like how he owns businesses and stuff like that, and that was cool and stuff. But he didn't want kids, and I want to have more children, and it was just like he was just like putting barriers on things before even hearing what's on the table.
He denied.
I was talking to him.
You didn't even want even listening.
Now you know what? And even if he was,
okay, so people make time for things they want.
And I want more kids. You don't want no more kids.
I didn't say I don't want
even
if it was to happen, I would have to be like married or something, or like do it the right way. No, I didn't say y'all didn't let me. Y'all didn't let.
Even if he did put borders and boundaries on everything, that's his boundaries. Those are his standards. Why is it that when a woman comes out and says, I want a man who's 6 foot tall, making 6 figures, with a 6-pack, and he better drive this type of car and this type of, oh, you deserve it, girl. You deserve it, queen. Manifest it, right?
Yeah.
But when a man puts his boundaries and his standards in place, it's all this backlash. Why is it that you're allowed to have standards and preferences, but a man just has to take whatever you give him? No. Sorry. That's not how we're designed. 1. 2, we're supposed to put boundaries and borders in place. You know why? We're the providers and the protectors. We cannot protect you and provide without borders and boundaries to keep you safe within.
I need to get a chance to explain myself. That's what happened. You're overreacted. And he was like, just let me explain. It's all good though. All beautiful.
You didn't even ask. They didn't even ask the question to him if he did. It's like, because he said he didn't want any more kids, but they could have asked the question and said, "Hey,
is that forever?
Is this forever? Is
it
change? You know, you didn't even have the dialogue with him to say, hey, you didn't even get an option to even expound on that either. You just took it. Oh,
people block their own blessings and then blame everybody else and never go back and reflect and look at what they could have done better. Right? Yeah. There's a old Chinese proverb. If I blame everyone else, I have to think of it. If I blame you, I'm far from where I need to be. If I blame me, I'm halfway there. If I blame no one, I have arrived.
Yeah.
Because pointing blame only shifts accountability.
Yes.
So when you start to accept your role in everything, then you can start improving on yourself. Yeah. And you will attract what is yours.
Yeah.
But if you're always pointing at everybody else and never looking at you, you can't improve if you're not looking at you.
Yeah, true.
But man.
See, missed the whole blessing. Lord, help the children.
Help.
Help them, Lord.
Help.
Yeah. How many? Yeah, I'm asking him how many.
I have older children. I'll just leave it at that.
No, I'm good. Now I want to see what else is coming out. Because I like my man to be able to respond to me when I ask him something.
She is very masculine.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about that?
The way she chewing that gum.
And the dance, like she wants to square up with him. Like
yes.
It's like, now say something. Like
the specifics and it goes down a rabbit hole. Just, I mean, once you already talk.
Right. What are we doing? What am I wasting my breath giving an explanation to somebody who already turned me down?
Beautiful woman. Number beautiful woman up here.
Yes. Okay.
Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all got the ladies up there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So again, it's unfortunate you weren't able to find your person. But again, one last opportunity. Would you like to pick up the phone?
Oh my God. No. I want to see what else is there.
Okay. All right. So if you don't want to pick up her balloon.
You always trying to find something else out there. The grass is not greener on the other side. I promise you that.
Get a dog and some antidepressant medication because you're headed for the wall.
Like, that's what I heard. That's how most people live in today's society. Tend to think that's always going to be somebody better. Hey, yo. Come on, it's a big ocean.
You know.
Satisfied to keep fishing.
Well, if I need to fish, I know where to find you.
He gonna be gone, boo. Honey, he gonna be gone. Okay. He gone now.
So when he told me like good luck with the ocean, I didn't feel like offended because I'm comfortable with who I am. So like a person like him of his stature and what I'm reading from what I see, he don't really hold no weight in my life, so it wouldn't really matter, to be honest. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So it's unfortunately we weren't able to find your person here. They all popped the balloon. But is there any last remarks?
Y'all beautiful. Keep doing y'all thing. Hopefully, the kid thing worked out for y'all. It is what it is.
Okay. All right, ladies. Let's make some noise for him. Thank
you. Invest in Frisky. Invest in 9 Lives. Invest in Chewy. I'm telling you now, these stocks within the next 10 years are going to skyrocket. When all these modern women stop getting phone calls and DMs because they've aged themselves out of the dating market, they're going to buy a bunch of pets. They're going to have to feed them pets. Okay? And the stocks are going to be through the roof. 9 Lives, Frisky, Chewy, Alpo, Purina, Iams, Ukanuba. What's the other one? The all healthy food, the blue bag of food. Yeah. Invest in all the pet food you can. Because these modern feminists are going to end up alone with pets.
Stop being so aggressive. Stop being so aggressive. Like,
these masculine women have become the men that they're looking for.
They're so aggressive.
And that's why they're single. Because heterosexual men do not want to date themselves. And when you become masculine, domineering, very combative, non-agreeable, that turns men off. Men are attracted to soft-spoken femininity, nurturing, caregiving energy. And you said earlier, you look for a man with the qualities of your father.
My father, yeah.
Well, I got news flash for you, ladies. Men look for the nurturing qualities of their mother. When I'm sick, are you going to tend to me? If I'm hurt, can I count on you to be there? We look for those nurturing, loving qualities so that we can build a family with you and know that you're going to nurture and be a caregiver to our children.
Yep.
So when you walk in with all this masculine energy, I can't have a kid with this woman. She's probably going to beat my kid to death while I'm at work. Like
yeah. This is,
this is sad.
It's very sad. It's like it's so sad that women don't even realize it. And I think too, what happens is a lot of women have other female friends that are the same. So they're telling them
echo chamber. Yeah.
Or telling them, okay, girl, you gotta go for him, girl. You're gonna get the next one. So one thing, ladies, surround yourself with other God-fearing women that's like-minded, that's on the same accord as you, because those other women, they're not the same. They're gonna be the same boat as you. Y'all gonna be living together with like a bunch of cats and dogs and all this other stuff, and just
invest in Chewy.
But yeah, so that's one thing. This is in the energy that they're coming off on, and then he was great. I mean, and that's why he said too, why he's on this particular show, he said that all the women that he was meeting
said the reason he's single,
the reason why
they still want kids.
They want kids. At this point in life, oh no, ain't no more kids. No. You should get to a point of life. You should get to a point of life where you're ready to settle. You're ready to settle down. You're ready to go. You're ready to travel the world. You're ready to invest and do other things together.
That's just a very selfish mindset.
Yeah.
Because once you're a certain age, now, okay, you're 35. You have a baby right now by some miracle. By the time that kid is 15, you're 50. As a male, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that you're in condition to go throw the ball with your kid, to go do these things that little boys want to do, right?
Yeah.
Or if you have a daughter, little girls want to be coddled by dad. They want to be picked up. They want piggyback rides. They want to be on your shoulders and all this stuff. A 50-year-old man is not the same as a 30-year-old man. And a 50-year-old woman is not the same as a 30-year-old woman. So when this kid is hyper and running around and you've had a long day and you're tired, you can't keep up with him. Like it's unfair to the child.
Yep.
It's selfish process. It's selfish thought process. And not only that, God forbid something happens to you while you're carrying this baby in this geriatric pregnancy and you pass away and the baby's born. Now that child is growing up without a mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a selfish mindset that we need to get out of. When you love somebody, you make sacrifices for them. God so loved the world that he sacrificed his only begotten son.
Yes.
If you're made in God's image, then you should reflect some type of godly light in your everyday walk, your everyday talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have nothing else to say. This one kind of upset me.
I just get so frustrated. I'm just so frustrated. I'm going to punch somebody. I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
On that note,
let's get out of here. But no, seriously, though. We know we like to joke and everything, but really, we're really saying for real, ladies and men too.
Yeah, men need improvement.
And men, it's both. It's not just on one side or whatever, or I'm just on one side. It's both.
Yeah.
It's both sides.
It takes both.
It takes both.
And there's so much more we can get into. Make sure you stay tuned for part 4.
Yes.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Don't be a ninja watcher. Support the cause, man. We're trying to help the younger generation believe in love again. Believe in the institution of marriage that God put in place for us to be successful. For thousands of years, marriage and family building worked. This all new ideology is trying to tear up the fabric of everything God created. And if we don't start looking at things from a spiritual lens and a scriptural lens, you're going to be blindsided and continue to be bamboozled and led astray until it's way too late and you'll be left to a reprobate mind.
And we're going to break down, on one of our episodes, we're going to break down why we keep on saying the family is broken. We're going to tell you why. We're going to break it down step by step on how it started and where it's going now too. So you keep on saying, why are you talking about the family? We're going to break it down to you two guys so you can understand where we're coming from. And
not only that, we can break it down systematically as far as the systems that are in place to cause this. And we can break it down scripturally.
Yes. Scripturally first.
Remember, I'll give you this. However old you are, right? You've been trying to perfect life for that many years. Satan has perfected for over 5,000 years now how to knock you off your square, lead you astray. So while you might be 45, 50 years old, you got 45, 50 years of experience on this planet. You're fighting against the enemy who has 5,000 more experiences, 5,000 years of experience and way more power.
Yes.
So, you know, you got to put on the armor of God every day. You got to read the word every day. You got to write it on the tablets of your heart and be a doer of the word, not just a hearer. So, you know, this race is not for the fast. It's for those who can endure. So anyway, man, till next time, stay prayed up, hit that subscribe button, find love, you know, and remember the most important love of all is God, because God is love. So for this episode, man, it has been chronicled. Until next time, y'all stay prayed up, man. God bless.
God bless.